Stiff sentence from His Honor. This guy's going to do at least 10, no more than 20 years behind bars for the assault of his neighbor, Mr. Kyle Violet, who we heard speak just a short time ago. I want to get some reaction now from our legal analyst guest. He's practiced on both sides of the courtroom. He's a practicing criminal defense attorney right now in the private sector, formerly a prosecutor. Attorney John Day is with us. John, good morning to you. Your thoughts on what we saw the judge just do?
Thanks for having me, Julie. Tough sentence. The judge basically said, don't bring a gun to a fist fight. He's acknowledging what he heard during the trial, which was you had a defense claim of self-defense, which the jury didn't buy. The judge said, look, you know, your actions were violent. The victim, Mr. Violet, did not have a gun. You had a gun. You're not supposed to have a gun. The judge is acknowledging that this was a violent encounter. And the trial testimony was that both parties may have been hotheads, but only one of them brought a deadly weapon to that encounter.
Right, a great analysis, John. Stand by kindly, please. What we're going to do is step away from this case in New Hampshire and go to Connecticut together for testimony in the Preppy Party murder trial. That's next. What a sad situation this was, a night of fun turned fatal. Let's get some initial thoughts from our guest legal analyst, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor, John Day, on the show with us. John, recognizing that it's still early in the state's case, we haven't heard the defense case, and we know that they likely intend to present, given that they're posturing this as a self-defense case for their client. Tell me, what are your initial thoughts as you're hearing the testimony from these witnesses and what might have happened on that dreadful night?
If I'm prosecuting this case, I'm pretty pleased with my witnesses so far. And these kids, they're kids at the time, they're still young. They're pretty self-assured on the witness stand. They're very effective. They don't seem overly coached, and especially Griffin Marchinsky the other day, very, very calm witness, very direct. I'm pretty happy if I'm prosecuting the case that I am laying out a very strong case that will try to defeat the defense's self-defense claims. There's no reason for anyone to bring a knife to this fight, and that Jimmy McGrath, who died, was just an innocent bystander. So if I'm prosecuting the case, I'm pretty happy with the way it's been going.
Well said, John. Tell me, with the defense case, I know we haven't seen it yet, but obviously with you being such a seasoned attorney, you're familiar with where they may go, what they may do. We've got little hints at things throughout the various cross-examinations. How viable do you think a self-defense strategy may be for Mr. Valley?
Well, Julie, that's what the jury is waiting to hear. They are hearing the puzzle, they're seeing the puzzle pieces being put into place by the prosecution. In the back of their minds, they're thinking, okay, we're seeing where the prosecution is going. How is the defense going to explain this away? How is the defense going to lay a foundation to justify bringing a knife out at this party? And in the minds of the jurors, they're going to be fair. They're going to wait. They're going to wait until the prosecution's finished. But right now, they're thinking, how is the defense going to counteract this, and where does self-defense come in?
Exactly. John, thank you much. We'll hit a break. When we come back, more eyewitness testimony in the case in Connecticut.